The following program is the work of the broadcast students at the British Columbia Institute of Technology. BCIT magazine features news stories from around the Lower Mainland, which were produced over the last week. Responsibility for the content of the show rests completely with the students and their instructors.
Coming up on BCIT Magazine, what does tea time have to do with COVID-19?
And a new BCIT invention is helping people with disabilities.
And how outdoor classrooms may be benefiting the next generation. Welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Yasmin Gandham.
And I'm Nikita Nayak. As COVID-19 continues to spread, one Vancouver business is trying to fight fear and misinformation with tea. My co-anchor Yasmin Gandham finds out more.
Strangers around Metro Vancouver are joining together at the Sun's End Gallery to share a laugh and a cup of tea.
The Chinese tea is something that you can taste, you can experience, you can feel, and if you can drink. So we hope that through this very straightforward experience, we're going to let people having a very relaxing and comfortable afternoon.
Relaxation is not a word usually associated with virus. Fear and panic surrounding COVID-19 has been widespread. Although sharing a pot of tea may not seem like much, for Lynn Lee, organizer of the tea ceremony, she hopes it will put fear about COVID-19 to rest.
Although we totally understand that people are so afraid of the outbreak of the coronavirus, the COVID-19, but there's no need to just be afraid of every Asian people, every Asian faces. We hope people can once again be connected together, and we're not just being excluded by the local community, we're being included and sharing what we have.
That's why the people around this table came for the tea.
I think it's important to make effort to counter that by focusing on the facts, not misinformation, and also to engage, to sort of have people meet each other, talk about these issues, and to find the common ground.
Donations from this tea ceremony went to the BC Centre for Disease Control's Emergency Fund. Yasmin Gandham in downtown Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Opioid deaths have decreased in BC, but officials say that a safer drug supply is needed. According to Chief Coroner Lisa Lapointe, 981 people died last year due to suspected overdoses and fentanyl poisonings. That brings an average of nearly 3 deaths in one day. Researchers at BCIT's Cary campus have developed a new exercise machine for people in wheelchairs. Our reporter Dylan Grant has more.
The Active Arm Passive Leg Exercise Machine, or as it's called, Apple Walk, is the first of its kind and has been designed to help people with mobility impairments get cardiovascular exercise. Other machines currently require people with mobility impairments to be in a seated position to replicate wheelchair actions.
And start exercising with their arms, and that then drives their legs into this walking-like pattern. So they're getting the benefits of being upright, they're getting the benefits of going through walking motions, and they're getting the benefits of cardiovascular exercise by using their own muscles through their arms and upper body.
This machine that BCIT is creating will change how people with disabilities are able to exercise.
It stands people up, and using your arms in a different motion, it forces your legs to move. So for the people using it also, it gives them more of a sense of freedom. I mean, they're still restrained in the seat, but their whole body is moving.
The machines that require you to stay seated may increase risks of chronic arm issues that are common for wheelchair users.
One day it'll be a commercial product that either rehab centers or big gym facilities could purchase. Perhaps some people could buy it on their own if they have the space for it. We hope this will be a relatively low-cost device.
They would like to keep the cost of the machine down to $10,000 or less. Dylan Grant in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
Our reporter Dylan Grant joins us now. Dylan, what are the next steps for the Apple Walk?
Yes, Yasmin. In 2 to 3 months, we'll be taking to iCourt, BC Center for Spinal Cord Injuries and Other Disabilities, where people will actually be able to try it out.
And Dylan, are there any plans to add more functions to the machine?
Yes, Yasmin, they are. They're always looking at ways to add more features, such as making it easier to get in or being able to use it independently without having a trained therapist with them. Back to you.
The BC Provincial Inquiry into Money Laundering opened this week. The inquiry was called after 3 reports revealed everything from casinos to real estate have become laundromats in the proceeds of crime.
Recent studies show that kids are spending way too much time on screens and not enough time outside. Our reporter Taya Fast explored an outdoor preschool that leaves technology behind.
This group of preschoolers are off to their classroom in the forest. Chilliwack's Leap for Joy Open Air Learning Center is one of the many forest school programs in BC.
Forest school is education outdoors. We try to keep it as 100% outdoors as we can, but we do enjoy field trips.
Studies from the Canadian Pediatric Society say that 3/4 of Canadian parents are concerned with how much time children spend on media. The amount of technology used in school continues to increase, and as habits change throughout childhood, educational TV peaks at the preschool age.
Children are having a hard time emotionally regulating. There's a lot of sensory issues right now with children, which makes it hard for them to be in a classroom setting.
You know what?
The center shares similar goals as a regular classroom.
I like to say we like to teach the 4 R's. In school, it would be the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. Here outdoors, we like to teach the 4 R's, which are being resilient, responsible, respectful, and resourceful.
The majority of the day is spent exploring and free playing on Kid Island, as the children have nicknamed their classroom.
We encourage mental mapping with the children. This is a very big park. There are a lot of acres here for the children to explore.
The Canadian Pediatric Society recommends 2.5 hours of play or outdoor time for preschoolers per day, rain or shine. I'm Taya Fast in Chilliwack for BCIT Magazine.
Our reporter Taya Fast joins us now. Taya, can you tell us what the Canadian Pediatric Society says about free play?
Yes, so the Canadian Pediatric Society defines free play within physical activity, which also includes structured and unstructured activities. Nikita?
Spring break is just around the corner. Taya, what can parents do to limit screen time during school breaks?
Yes, so the Canadian Pediatric Society encourages parents to practice the 4 M's. Manage screen time, encourage meaningful screen time use, model healthy screen time, and also monitor problematic screen time use, like being unhappy without it. Back to you.
Coming up after the break, how Pink Shirt Day is helping kids understand bullying.
And how an Oscar-winning film has influenced the appetite of Vancouverites.
Everything is changing to digital. Everything is online. People aren't just waiting for the 6 o'clock news anymore. People want their news right now. They want to be able to go onto their smartphone, onto the internet, and see the news that they want to see.
Vancouver is growing at a really rapid rate, the Lower Mainland even, and with the tools that we're given here, we're able to cover all of that.
Welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Radhika Sikki-King.
In the program, they really leave it up to you. I mean, the help is there when you need it, figuring out how to use the programs like Premiere, Audition, and figuring out how to use the cameras. But it's up to you to sort of experiment and figure out what you can do when you go out in the field.
They brought candles and flowers to remember the student who lost her life yesterday.
Teresa May says the international community condemns Moscow.
They really make sure that you know the basics and you are able to put out a quality product.
I'm Brady Tretnero.
And I'm Radhika Sikki-King. Thank you for tuning in to BCIT Magazine.
Hey, sup?
Matt, why are we even here?
Ugh, I think we have to film this lame community calendar thing.
That's so square. We're way too cool for this.
Yeah, we are, but I guess we have to do it. But if you're looking for something cool to do this weekend, check out the Vancouver Sneakerthon on Saturday from noon to 7. You can expect a full day of buying and selling your favorite kicks, as well as meeting your favorite influencers, collectors, and big-time buyers.
And if that's not groovy with you, you can check out the Vancouver Celtic Fest. The festival runs all through March and features some of the best dance, music, and food the Celtic community has to offer.
Celebrate Dominican culture and tradition at Dominican Independence Day celebrations. It's a great opportunity to experience a different culture's food, music, and dance.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, thank God.
Are we supposed to sign off or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it goes something like, thanks for watching, that was your community calendar.
That's lame.
I know.
Schools across the country recognized Pink Shirt Day this week, and with that, a group in Delta organized an anti-bullying event aimed at kids. Ben Rigetti tells us more.
Because I can tell you, it's going to take more than one perspective to bring about all-encompassing and holistic change in this community.
The idea of working together was amongst the number of messages brought up at the Stand Strong event in Delta this week. The BC Super Kings Sports Club hosted the event to push for awareness in the midst of Anti-Bullying Month.
Go to the swimming pool with them.
Children that were on hand at the North Delta Rec Centre were treated to demonstrations, skits and speeches in an attempt to focus on the severity of bullying.
I think it's bad to bully because I didn't know it would end up in like gangs and like common suicide. The message I learned today was like how bullying can form into gangs, and there's a bunch of drugs going on and everything, and that bullying can affect lots of people, not just one person, and you should always stand up for yourself and help everyone around us and spread friendship all around the world.
This past Wednesday marked the 13th anniversary of Pink Shirt Day. Since 2007, t-shirt sales have raised nearly $2.5 million to push the message.
What happens when someone calls you a name? Take one out. All right, look at that. We become fragile.
You can just pull a block away, and you never know if it's that one block representing a negative comment, if it's going to make your whole world come down crashing.
Campbell believes that message could be as simple as human connection.
Elementary school kids, they want that connection with somebody. High school kids, they want that connection. Even gang members, they want a connection with somebody.
Can you stop bullying? The answer is yes.
Just because you're not doesn't mean it's not going to impact the community as a whole. We all need to work together, because if it's not you today, it might be you tomorrow.
Ben Rigetti in Delta for BCIT Magazine.
Stand strong!
Hey everyone, I'm here with Wendy McLeod, the Respect, Diversity and Inclusion Coordinator with BCIT. Wendy, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, so today is Pink Shirt Day, and for those who might not know, what is it all about?
So Pink Shirt Day started in 2007, where a student wore a pink shirt to class and was bullied and harassed, homophobic slurs were said against the person, and two other students didn't appreciate what was being said and done, so the next day they wore two pink shirts. So just supporting others and making people aware that bullying is not okay.
And what is BCIT doing to make the school a more inclusive and diverse place?
So BCIT has a lot of opportunities available for students to support them here at BCIT. We have the Respect, Diversity and Inclusion Office. We have Indigenous Services. We have BCIT International. We support Pink Shirt Days. This is our 10th year of supporting Pink Shirt Day here at BCIT. We also have the Pride Committee. The Respect, Diversity and Inclusion Office, the RDI office, has also started an environmental scan of BCIT, where we're going to be speaking with students and staff about how they feel about BCIT as far as diversity and inclusion goes.
And how big of a role does social media play in bullying today?
Social media plays a huge role in bullying. People need to take a step back and realize that before they share something out, before they say something to somebody, how would I feel if this was said about me or if this was shared about me? Once it's out there forever. You can't take it back. So it's pretty big, and people need to, like I said, be aware of what they're saying and what they're doing, and if it was said about them or done to them, how would they feel?
All right, Wendy McLeod, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks to the Oscars, there's a new kind of buzz around Vancouver. And of all things, it's about instant ramen. My co-anchor Nikita Nayak has more.
Two kinds of ramen are flying off the shelves of local Korean supermarkets.
This section was dedicated to japaguri, japageti and noguri. Currently, it's been sold out ever since.
And the Oscar goes to...
In the first week of February, Parasite won big at the Oscars.
Parasite.
Koreans and non-Koreans have been eager to dig their chopsticks into a special dish that was featured in the movie. It's called ramen or japaguri.
I will try the ramen.
So my friends want to remake the ramen that came in the movie.
The way that the actors eating is really get me into it.
After the movie won the Oscars, there are so many posts, articles, or vlogs about how to make japaguri. They made history, and it was so proud.
But what is japaguri?
So this is a japageti. We don't have them in multi-pack right now, but it'll be coming soon. Yeah, just adding these two will be make ramdon or japaguri.
And how do we know what it tastes like? There's only one way to find out, by making it.
So for 2 people,
Choi says you buy 2 kinds of ramen, nigiri and japageti, then you boil water, take out the noodles once they're cooked, add the sauces and mix it up with chopsticks. Then she gets her roommate to try it.
This is called ramdon from the movie Parasite.
It's really good.
The ramen is currently sold out in this store, but the craving for it is here to stay, with many consumers trying to find alternatives to recreate the dish. Nikita Nayak in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
The Canucks are looking to secure a spot in the playoffs with under 20 games left in the regular season. That hunt for a playoff spot includes this week's start to a 4-game road trip, which wraps against Columbus on Sunday. If you have any questions regarding the show, you can contact us at bcit-broadcast.com or bcitnews.com.
That was BCIT Magazine for this week. I'm Nikita Nayak.
And I'm Yasmin Gandham. Thanks for watching. We leave you now with kids from outdoor preschool who discovered our camera.